This is now illegal, this is now illegal, and this is now illegal in Jugger.
We are Tim
And Tino.
and are playing Jugger for 14 years now.
In this video we will be looking into all the German Jugger rules that has changed in 2025.
Every 2 years, all active German clubs are voting for rule changes to improve the sport.
But why are we talking about the German rules, you might ask?
In Jugger there are two main rule sets.
The Spanish and the German one, which are used all over the world.
At international tournaments like the World Club Championship,
A mix of both rule sets is being played, because there are no international rules yet. The first new change is that chain straps don't initiate head tags.
so a vertical swing to the back of the opponent is now more effective because the strap of the chain has a high chance hitting the head, and that's not illegal anymore. Chain players are now allowed to lift the end of their chain while counting their penalty time.
This way you can attack significantly faster when you rejoin the game, so pinning the chain is now even more important.
Now there's only one legal way to count your penalty time in 2025, and that's upwards starting from 1.
The main referee is now allowed to shorten the time between points by starting a countdown in sync of the beats.
This countdown ends on the word Jugger, which initiates the start of the game.
When both teams are ready before the main ref's countdown ends,
The referee calls attention. 3, 2, 1, Jugger. The main referee is now allowed to interrupt a point when, for example, both teams hold their pins and no one has the intention to move.
even though there are no specific jersey rules yet, it is illegal now to play barefoot or topless.
The minimum chain ball diameter has been reduced from 20 to 19 centimeters.
This change makes it easier for the Jugger community to build their own chains, because the most commonly available balls are slightly smaller than 20 centimeters.
This new rule is actually a small buff to the chain, since smaller balls are more difficult to block and fly through the air faster.
Youth Jugger is now mentioned in the rules.
The rulebook now specifies the measurements for smaller equipment and fields.
In case you didn't know, U14 Jugger is played on a 15 by 30 meters field,
with weapons that are 25% smaller than standard sizes.
For example, a kid's shield has a 45 centimeters diameter instead of 60.
A long sword is 105 centimeters long instead of 140.
Youth teams over 14 years of age already play with regular sized equipment and fields.
Now let's take a look at the rules that haven't made it into this year's rule change.
The idea is to buff double short swords by making it legal to pin two opponents at the same time.
This would give this weapon type a huge advantage in mid-game and end-game situations.
In Spain, a double pin as a double short sword player is legal.
Some players use their head to actively block hits, knowing that head hits do not count as legal tags.
A new rule was proposed to prevent this, but the wording was not satisfying for the Jugger community. A so-called staccato pin, where you continuously switch between two pins, was supposed to be banned, but remains in this grey area too.
The wording here wasn't satisfying either.
These are all the changes of the German Jugger rules this year.
Any questions left? Put them in the comments.
Tschüss!